Marshall Islands has been owned by the U.S. government ever since after World War II. We used it to better develop and test our nuclear arsenal. The U.S. made it to where the island was unable to be lived on by humans, so they promised the Marshallese a home in the United States. Most of them live in Springdale, Arkansas. It is the second most populated in the U.S. with Marshallese. The U.S. offered them a place to live, work, and to get an education. Most of them found that in Springdale. The population of Marshallese from the islands was about 55,036 people. Springdale offers a lot of jobs, and they were very welcoming to the Marshallese. Marshallese have been trying to bring pieces of their native country to Springdale. Many of the islanders referred to Springdale as the land of opportunity. Back when they still lived on the islands, their government didn't offer enough jobs, and people were overpopulating the islands. So, the relocating of the Marshallese happened in February 1946, and they had started a new life. They also had gathered all of the animals onto a ship to be taken off of the islands. The Marshallese Islands is located in the Central Pacific Ocean, between Hawaii and Australia. The land is scattered over a vast area of ocean estimated around 1.9 million square kilometers. And the islanders speak two languages, English and Marshallese. So they were already familiar with our language. The U.S. gained military control of the islands from Japan in 1944. The Marshall Islands agreed to sign the Compact of Free Association with the U.S. in 1983. This allowed Americans to gain permission to use parts of the island to test missiles. By doing this, the United States promised the Marshallese $70 million, including a trust fund and financial assistance. The U.S. allows them to have access to our programs and services as well, but they cannot vote. So, the U.S. gained permission to use parts of the lagoon and several islands on Kwajalein Atoll to test the missiles. And an atoll is a crescent of many little islands all together. The U.S. government ran across some complications in testing. There were places where the nuclear fallout reached that they did not expect, so they had to evacuate everyone from the islands. They only evacuated the people from the area where they were testing, but they didn't expect the nuclear fallout to reach upon the other islands, so people were getting sick. They had radiation sickness, birth defects, and various cancers. And it was the people who lived on the Rongelap Island experienced those symptoms. And not only it affected the people, it affected the environment there too. It caused the coral reefs to decimate, and they were gone. They were completely gone. And the habitat in which they sustain now, 63 years later, Bikini Atoll, flourishes with coral reefs. So over time, it all grew back. They started planting trees and flowers, all of the plants that they had there before. They started planting them after they were done testing. And the bomb that they detonated was detonated on March 1st, 1954, and was 1,000 times more powerful than each of the atomic bombs dropped during World War II. The U.S. tried replenishing the island by planting trees and other plants there. I had not known much about the Marshallese Islands or their story before doing the research, but Now I'm glad I am able to understand why they moved here and why we had bombed their islands.